Hi, this is Will with Focus Technology. Accessing, cleaning, and replacing, if need be, your projector filter and replacing your projector lamps are key points of maintenance that can be done by anyone who owns a projector. Today we're going to be looking at 3 different kinds of projectors, all with very different projector filters as well as projector lamps. We're going to be going over how to clean the projector filters as well as how to replace the projection lamps. So let's get started. Now our first projector that we're going to be looking at is the Epson PowerLight 4300. So accessing the filter on the 4300 can seem a little bit tricky at first. They've actually hidden it right here. Removing the filter is very easy, however. Doesn't require any tools, it just pulls straight out. Here you can see the filter. Now this filter would be cleaned with a shop vac or any kind of vacuum cleaner. So we have a vacuum hose here. You would just literally vacuum out any kind of dust that had collected on the filter. Make sure you get both sides. Do not use any kind of water. You don't want this to get wet. It can damage a projector. Just anything that you can get with a vacuum cleaner is fine. Putting it back in is also easy. Just make sure you have it the right way. And it slides right back into place. When it comes to the lamp on this projector, the lamp access port is located on the side right here. We're going to go ahead and flip the projector over to get to there. Here you can see we have 2 screw holes. We're going to go ahead and back this out. Back these out with a screwdriver. Let's see here. After a few turns, the cover should lift away. It's kept here by this little tab so you don't lose it. And here we can see the projector lamp itself. Now these projector lamps usually have a few screws holding them in. It's usually pretty easy to figure out which screws you have to back out in order to remove the lamp. Here we have 2. So I'm going to go ahead, set this down. I'm going to back out these screws. This is where it's handy to have the smaller screwdriver. Now when backing out the screws, don't worry about taking them completely out of the lamp's housing, as you cannot do that. They wanted to make sure that you don't lose these. So let's go ahead and back this out. Alright, and if you're not sure if you've backed it out enough, just give it a little tug on the tab. It should pull away if you have. Yep. So here you can see PowerLight 4300 projector lamp. Now this lamp does not need to be replaced. If it did, you would get the replacement and put it in just as you had taken the old one out. So we're just going to put the old one right back in here. Push. That seems to be in there pretty firmly. I'm going to go ahead and torque these screws back down. Just finger tight. You don't want it to be loose at all, but you don't want to strip the threading of the screws either. So definitely do not use any kind of power tools. Drills would make it quicker, but you would run the risk of stripping the threads on your screws. So we're going to put that back in. Go ahead and torque these 2 down as well. That one's in. Let's come back to this one. Alright, and there you have it. Lamp replacement is fairly simple, only takes a few minutes to do. So, now let's go ahead and move on to the AKI. So this is the AKI LCXL200A. This is a rather large projector and has some really interesting features to lengthen the life of the projection filter. So let's go ahead and have a look here at this projector's filter access port. It's located on the side here. It's very easy to get to, regardless of installation orientation. So this can be ceiling mounted, and it's still very easy to get to this access port. You can see here, this projection filter is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and we're going to close this so I can set it down. So if you look at this filter, you look at the front and the back, you'll notice two cylinders on the back of this filter. It's similar to a roll of film. That's because this filter actually functions similarly to a roll of film. Here we have the filter material, and one side will store the clean filter material while the other side stores the dirty. So after a preset number of hours, this filter will actually automatically cycle the old dirty filter material into one side, replacing it with the filter material from the clean side. Now, we don't recommend cleaning this, as these kind of take care of themselves. They should last thousands of hours. And replacement is easy as well. So you just simply slide it in the housing, pop it in. Whoop. Well, maybe it's not quite as easy as I expected. There we go. Go like that. That's it. Now the lamp access port on the A key is located on the opposite side, towards the top of the projector. In order to get at this, we're going to need to back out this screw here. So let me just back this screw out. There we go. And this cover actually does not come off all the way. It just slides out of the way. I don't know if you can see this very well, so I'm going to go ahead and move it like so. So, this projector lamp has many more screws than our previous one did. However, it's not a big deal because all of the screws that we need to back out have Phillips heads. This one right here, this one right here, and this one way down here do not need to be backed out, and they have star bits instead of Phillips heads. So it's still pretty clear which ones that we need to remove. So I'm going to reorient it and go ahead and start backing these out. So there's one right there. Note about this projector, some of these screws do fall out. They do back out all the way, and you should exercise extreme caution when removing these because you don't want to drop them into where the lamp housing sits. Oh, there we go. These screws are torqued down quite a bit. As before, in order to test whether or not you've backed the screws out enough, you may want to periodically try pulling the projector out of the housing and seeing if you're able to do so. Don't use too much force. Looks like we were able to do it here. So, as you can see, this is the A key replacement lamp. Now this lamp also does not need to be replaced, but if it had needed to, this is where you would put the new lamp in. So we're going to go ahead and reinsert this back into its original housing. Make sure you line everything up. This one has nice alignment tabs to make sure that the lamp is seated properly. It does require to be pushed down. Oh, there we go. It is fallen into place. Alright. So now we're going to simply tighten all these screws back down. Alright, and once we're done, just close the port back up and go ahead and screw this back into place. There we go. That was a commercial projector, and placing the lamp took less than 5 minutes. So finally we have the Sanyo DXT10L. This is a very large commercial projector. And what's unique about this projector is that rather than one lamp, it has two. And two lamps means two filters. So let's go ahead and flip this around like so. Show you the two filter locations. Now these pop right out. They're very easy to service. You can vacuum them off. They don't have any kind of screws to remove. Slide right out. They pop right back in. Here's the second filter. Very similar to the first. Just like that. Right. Replacing the lamp is also similar to the other projectors that we've seen. Let's go ahead and flip this around. There we go. The lamps are accessed from the top. There's a screw hole right here that we'll need to back this out. So let me just do that. There we go. The access panel lifts right off, and then within you can see not only one but two lamps. Now, depending on your projector, some dual lamp projectors actually use two different models of lamp. These use the same. Now we're going to be replacing that lamp with an OEM equivalent. These are similar to the manufacturer's bulbs. However, the housing is manufactured by a third party. You should always exercise caution when purchasing a third-party bulb because you can experience reduced lamp life. These, however, are very good. The bulbs are manufactured by the same companies that manufacture the bulbs for the manufacturer bulbs. So, these screws are very easy to access. They stick out and then can be backed out with your fingers once you've started them. So let's go ahead. And we're just going to pull one out to show you. The other is exactly the same as the first. Let's see, back this out. These have nice little pull handles. Oh, right. It's almost free. Is free. Here we go. So this is the Sanyo PDG DXT10L bulbs. You can see there's not a lot to the housing. It's just the bulb is right in there. You want to exercise caution when replacing these bulbs, as the oil on your fingers can damage and reduce the life of your lamps. So we're going to set this off to the side. I'm going to show you what our manufacturer equivalent lamp looks like. So we're removing these from these little foam pouches to protect them. Go ahead and lift that out. There you have it. So, this is our third-party replacement lamp. This is the manufacturer original. You can see they look pretty much identical. So, let's go ahead and put these back here, like so, and grab our replacement. Put that right back in there. Make sure it's seated properly. Everything kind of pops into place. And then we're ready to tighten these screws back down. Very good. It's nice and tight. Place the cover back on. And make sure that you consult your owner's manual when replacing your bulbs. They'll have all the details about where to find your filters and your lamp access panels for each different projector, because every projector has these lamps located in slightly different areas. So let's go ahead, tighten that. So, now you've seen how to replace the filters and lamps for a variety of different projectors. It's important to note that when you replace the lamp on any projector, that you consult your user's manual to find out how to replace or how to reset the lamp counter. This lets the projector know that a new lamp has been inserted and will then count the lamp hours of the new lamp. Focus Technology carries both manufacturer original lamps as well as high-quality third-party replacement lamps, which have excellent warranty options. So thanks a lot. Again, this has been Will with Focus Technology. Have a great day.